At 30 frames a second now. It also should be multiply doable.
It doesn't sound like you're roboting the fuck out anymore, at least.
Mm-hmm. We just killed the bitrate down to an extremely low level. I mean, realistically, we don't have much movement on screen. It's just this right here, and everything else is just us talking.
Exactly.
So this is fun. Anyway, again, welcome to Table Talk. Not Table Talk. Welcome to Anime Talkshow Tuesday, episode 14. This episode we will be doing the seasonal reviews and roundups for the fall 2017 season, and I'm going to, I guess, touch upon some of the new anime, at least the ones that have popped up so far, that I expect to be good, and maybe some of the other ones that we expect to watch. But anyway, starting off from the top, we're using my anime list. I personally have my own spreadsheet made up, but we're gonna go off my anime list. Let me see if I can enhance this.
Enhance.
There we go. That looks pretty good and visible on stream. Alrighty then. So, I'm gonna start off by covering Mahotsukai no Yame, or otherwise known as the Ancient Magus Bride. This right here is one of my favorites this season. That's actually made a person without feelings or dead as a human being cry multiple episodes. I'm not sure why. Like, I cry even at shit that's not sad. It's like, I don't know. I guess it's because, like I said, it's just so good that it's like moving. I don't know.
Just gives you all the feels, regardless if it really wants to or not.
I suppose. Well, it's not even giving me feels. It's just it's forcing me to cry.
Yeah.
I see where we've got zero. Oh no, we've got a couple drops. Not really. Alright.
It's forcing the feels onto you.
But it's not forcing feels. I'm crying, like I said, I'm crying not because of sad things, that would be feels, but I'm crying out, like, just because of beautiful. I don't know how beautiful the anime is. I don't know. There's moments that I, like, start crying because, and I have no idea why. And I'm like, why? Like, why though?
I'm guessing. I'm guessing because you kind of relate to the character a little bit at the beginning, and then she gets everything that you wish you had.
Nope.
No?
Yeah, I definitely think it's more reversed for me. I'm definitely more like Elliot than anybody else.
I don't know, man. Did you see her at the beginning of the show? She was like completely dead.
No, she wasn't dead. She was just super suicidal and super like sad and depressed. I'm not really that way. I'm more of I just don't like dealing with people because people suck and I very much dislike people. People dislike me. And like, I just say things and all this other shit and I don't understand feelings or anything like that. And they don't. That's why I definitely self-identify with Elias more than anything. More than a scared little girl. Anyway. But yeah, no, so I'm giving this anime 10 out of 10. Because, well, it's beautiful, it's moving, it's great. Even though it's slice of life, and I really hate slice of life, it's pretty fucking good to me.
I'm giving it a 9 until it finishes. If it keeps up the stride, it's a solid 10.
Yeah, nice. And then we have Food Wars, was it the third season, I think, or whatever? I didn't even watch any of it, so I can't even comment on it. What about you?
Dude, I've watched a little bit of the first season, and I just dropped it.
Depressing.
It's
I didn't even have Black Clover listed on here. That's funny.
It's just food form. That's all it is.
Oh, it's because Black Clover's in the ongoing tab on
here. Yeah.
But Black Clover, it's ongoing, so I'm not gonna say much about it. But like, I don't know. I feel like at this point it's about average. Like, I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10 in its current state. I mean, the joke here is that I've redubbed it to Black Yelling because it's just Asta yelling fucking 24/7. It looks like the anime may be turning around and becoming interesting and like starting to just do stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the dungeon thing.
It's like the biggest thing for me is that it needs to speed up more because like we keep on taking these little breaks and I hate it. And the anime suffers for it greatly. Like if
Yeah.
it just
Well, realistically, the last couple episodes it was like Yuno's side, and then now they're reunited together. Like I'm not sure if they're going to be reunited together for like this arc. If this dungeon thing is going to be a specific arc, or if it's just going to be like 2 episodes, and then they're going to go back to being separate, and then we're going to go back to having random kind of filler-esque episodes. I hope not. I hope it just like keeps the ball rolling somehow. But
you see, if it keeps a decent pace throughout the whole anime, I mean a lot better pace than it has been, I'd give it a fucking 6. But for now, I'm giving it a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 5 because it's average, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still decent in its own right. It's got decent animation. I like combat. It's just, it's a pretty low rating for me. 5 is low for me, because I rate everything reasonably high. Anything that's decent gets like a 6 or 7 for me. Because it's not hard to be good enough to be, that high.
It's just like there's little bits in the anime that kind of keep you around, but if it didn't have those little bits and pieces like the action and shit, I think pretty much everybody would have dropped this a long time ago with the slow pacing and the combination of Asta's voice.
Yep. Ah, yes. And then next we have Inuyashiki, which I really enjoyed. Watching the ending, so, okay, this is a love-hate relationship. Everything was good until the last episode that I just watched today, and I'm like, but why though? It fucking, there's already data if you want to replace it, what? I'm basically getting like it's like a Mass Effect vibe, the ending, and I'm like, what? Why? No. Why? No. I mean, it's, meh.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
It made sense, but it was just, well, kind of didn't. Like, the first dude, like, didn't do anything. He supposedly ran the simulation, said it would be good, but it didn't do anything at all. Which I don't think that's how that would have worked. You know what I mean?
I mean, I thought he said it was like a 99% chance it would work.
No, he said that he ran simulations over and over. He said it would work. It would alter the trajectory. And then he did it. And it did basically nothing. And then the other dude did it, and oh no, it just magically fucking, incinerated. I'm like, what?
Well, you gotta think he damaged like quite a bit of the meteor, and then he took out like the other part of it.
Well, it didn't even look like he damaged a lot of it. Didn't even look like he did much damage. Realistically, they should have taken a fucking, a page out of Armageddon's book, and then the dude should have all Akbar'd inside the hull of the asteroid. Let's be real here.
Probably.
Like, that would have worked.
He was just trying to redirect it. He didn't want to completely destroy it and rain hell on Earth.
Well, it wouldn't. I mean, like, what Shiki was doing, breaking it apart, and those chunks the size of vans, that would break up in Earth's atmosphere. That's not too bad. I just know enough about science.
I mean, it really depends on how big the chunks are, though.
No. If the chunks are the size of, like I said, he was breaking apart. He's breaking up chunks the size of, like, massive boulders the size of cars, I would say. But those, those break up in the atmosphere super quick and super easy. You gotta remember, Earth's atmosphere is not very friendly when you're trying to enter it.
True. Everything gets engulfed in flame and shit.
Yep. And as a meteorite, it would melt and turn into molten rock, among other things. But anyway, I give it an 8 out of 10. Like, it was really good. That ending left a bad taste. I felt like I was going to give it something higher, but I don't know, that's just what I ended up putting while I was watching it, so that's probably what I'm sticking with.
I just noticed something. I feel like I've only watched... The anime felt a little bit shorter than it was, but
it was
11.
It progressed pretty short. Like, like, it's just like, all of a sudden, we're at the last episode, and I was like, what?
Yeah, like, they probably could have easily made this like a 24 episode.
Oh, yeah, then it probably would have been even better, because, I mean, like, it was good. Like the pacing was a bit rushed, but other than that, it was pretty good.
I mean, if we got that same ending after a 24 episode, I wouldn't mind that. It's just like right now, it just felt so short.
Well, it's because like it went from everything is kosher, and then the next episode, oh yeah, everybody's gonna die. Donald Trump in anime, which is the hilarious part. I showed Kenneth the clip of that. That was pretty funny.
I took a screenshot of it and put it in fucking meme dreams. That was funny to me.
No, I didn't. I knew that. I saw somebody did that, but it was also like the clip itself. Just all of the things he said were great. I don't care what you losers do. I was president of this great nation. Just saying shit like that. And I was like,
well, he was basically saying it's like, well, it's basically anarchy now. Just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny because like that seems like something he would do in that situation.
It's like there are no laws anymore. Fuck that.
Yeah.
The world's ending.
Pretty much. We used all the power we could, and I'm like, I don't know, man. America's got a lot of.
There's a dude that fucking went streaking, I think.
Yeah, the two dudes went streaking like while they were on the train. That's kind of weird. Anyway, enough about that anime. On to Netju no Susume. Or did you have a rating for that anime?
Yeah. I'd go 8. Just because I wish it was longer.
Interesting. Alright, now again next to Netju no Susume, also known as the cover of an MMO. I'll write that down in English in parentheses next to this real quick. But long story short, I went back and retconned it and gave it a freaking 9.5 out of 10. Because Ancient Magic probably steals my 10 out of 10 spot. But this anime also hit home, just because, well, I'm a giant nerd. I don't necessarily play MMOs as much, because there's no really good MMOs. But, well, MMOs are a technicality, like a lot of things. Anything that's multiplayer has over a certain number of people per server is counted as an MMO or whatever.
I feel like we'll probably have fun with Monster Hunter World when it finally comes out if you plan on getting that.
Nah, it's still only 4-person squads or whatever.
I thought it was 5. I mean,
well, it's still not a lot of people. Like, it's not a real. I mean, it's an semi MMO, but it's also not because the 5-man squad wouldn't play.
I mean, maybe we should check out more MMOs at some point. Just like hit
they're all bad. I have a couple of MMOs that I had grabbed that I like the fucking Crowfall one's really nice.
Yeah, I heard good things about that. Terra was pretty fun.
Terra was okay. I have Terra, I have Guild Wars. Vindictus was pretty good too, except it was stupidly super instance, which was no fun. BDO was alright because of the open world in the combat, but beyond that, it had no staying power. Anyway, enough about MMOs. Back to anime. So I give this, like I said, a 9.5 out of 10. It was great. It was super cute. I mean, the ship fucking sailed everything. It was just solid. And every episode you're just sitting there wishing they get together. And they finally did. And it was all good.
And I'm gonna have to give it a 7. Yeah, 7 sounds good.
Yeah, 7 sounds good. Man's just giving numbers on the fly. You get an A, and you get an F, and you get an F, and go fuck yourself.
The way that I rate anime is I kind of think about what I've rated other animes in the past, and just kind of benchmark it from there.
Well, everything that I've really liked, I've rated high, and everything that I've semi not liked, I've rated low. I haven't had anything that's got I don't think I have anything that's got a 1 out of 10 abysmal score. Really.
I think I mean, I've had one. I put 1 out of 10.
Really?
I watched it because of boobs. That's it.
Anyway. Opie, as your shirt suggests.
Hell yes.
Anyway.
The plot and everything was fucking terrible.
Oh man. I guess next we're on to Junie Tyson. This is a pretty good one. I enjoyed it. I apparently only gave it a 7. Probably change it to an 8. I think it's just because I think that it's got I might keep it a 7. I think it's got a 7 because it was cool and the combat was nice and it was weird and it ended kind of, I don't know. Not really happy with the ending there either. I expected that person to win. I just didn't expect the ending to be that way. Kind of deal.
Yeah, the whole episode dedicated to him figuring out what he wanted to wish, and then
That whole
showed
thing was
all
just
the
fucking
other possibilities.
useless.
I mean, it was interesting.
I think it was pretty lackluster myself.
You know, to me, this anime, like, it was great when we weren't looking at memories. That's
Yeah,
how I see it.
something like that. I would tend to agree.
And for that, probably give it a 7 as well.
Yeah.
It could, like, I love the premise. It just could have been done a little bit better.
That I feel like it suffered from going too fast as well. Like I feel like those sequences could have been drawn out a little bit better. The story could have been told better.
It's the main problem is they wanted to show the backstory of fucking everybody. And it's
Well, I
like,
know that's why, and I'm okay with that. But I feel like it should have been done over length better. It shouldn't have been like as obvious as it was. Is whoever we get a backstory from, they die. Like same episode or next episode. 'Cause that held true throughout the whole thing.
just like they should have just pulled out a fucking randomizer and be like, okay, this is the people that we're gonna tell the backstory for.
Get the backstory, or just like start off with like this first episode's the backstories of everybody, and then go with, all right, here we are now, and then they start the fighting, and then
Yeah, that or just have all the fighting first to like draw people's intention in, and then and then after all the action's done, they go back and tell the backstories for the people that are interested.
something like that. But anyway, so moving on to Just Because, and this one also a slice of life school romance drama, as it says, but slice of life romance thing. Just are not my gigs. It was also pretty good. I rated it. It looks like I gave it a 9 out of 10. I gave it a 9 out of 10 because it was pretty good.
As far as like slice of life animes goes, this is by far one of the greatest animes I've watched. I'd have to give it a 9 as well. It was just so well done to me.
Yep. Alrighty then. I think I'm gonna upgrade this right here. This one's gonna get a much better score from me than what I gave it. We'll find out real quick. Did I even put it down?
It's funny, King's Game only got a 5.14 on here.
I know I see that. It's because, like, I could see how it wouldn't get a good score from people, I'm assuming. But, like, I'm gonna give it a good score because I found it to be pretty good. What is the transition? Oh, you it's fucking hilarious. We'll talk about that when we get to that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna give that one a 9.5 out of 10 just because of fucking comedy. It was pure gold. Anyway, so also on my game, the animation, which is King's Game, the animation, I felt it was pretty good. I mean, I gave it an 8 out of 10, just because of the brutal violence and the way everybody died. The plot was also like I was gonna say, it was kind of there, but realistically it was there. It suffered from the same thing. Like, there was a lot of kind of dream sequences. We did went back to the past and explain shit, and then people died. And basically everybody cared about died. It also had a relatively, like, shitty ending. Actually, to the point of not even 100% of what happened at the end. Like,
Did the main character die?
I believe so, yes. Finally.
Damn.
But, like, the last order was, you all have to die or else the King's Game lives on. And I'm not, and it doesn't really, like, show that the last chick killed herself or anything. And then at the end of it, it shows a new King's Game, so I guess that means she didn't, or she might have killed herself, and the King's Game still went on. Like, I don't know. At the ending there, it kind of lacked, but like the super twisted bitch being super twisted and fucked up, like all the twisted shit, like the psychology behind it all and everything, I liked it, enjoyed it. I enjoyed how sick, twisted, and fucked up it was. That's just me. So I still, like I said, I would give it an 8 out of 10 just by, I don't know, brutality, psychotic, I mean, all of that. It's pretty good.
To me, it doesn't really sound that great, aside from, once again, ultra violence.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The plot, when you're like describing it, just didn't really entice me.
They're playing a game of life or death. They have to choose who dies, usually.
Yeah, but like the way everything plays out and everything, like it just didn't sound enjoyable to watch.
I guess. I mean, people died. I don't know. I like watching people die in brutal ways, so yeah, that's where I'm at. But beyond that, again, I thought it was decent. Anyway, carrying on to Imoto Sei Yoreba I guess. Yeah. Anyway, Little Sister's All You Need for all the English speakers out there. Now this anime, fucking gold. Comedy fucking gold. It's got 7.52 on my anime list, and apparently only 80,000 people watch it. Man, those other 20,000 people that watched everything else for these 100,000 up here, like these 20,000 people, or 40,000 actually, feel like plus people, they don't know what the fuck they missed. They missed a great comedy anime. Sure, it was extremely over the top, but it was just fucking hilarious all the way.
Indeed.
Like, I'm giving it a 9.5 for this season, just purely based on how many fucking times I laughed out loud. Oh my god. Like, Attack on Titan with dicks. All the other anime references are in it. Unlimited Blade. Wait, wrong anime. All that shit.
Was hilarious.
Go.
Yeah, I also have to give it a 9. The anime was just hilarious.
I mean, it was solid. These people with their 7.52, they have no fucking clue. They don't know what comedy is. They're fucking saps.
It's like not only that, but like the plot line behind it was actually really good.
No, I mean, it was all comedy. It had plot. I mean, it had naked chicks and stuff too, but it like had plot, and the plot wasn't bad. Like, it was really good.
Which is really surprising for this kind of anime.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You expect them to fall short of at least one of these 3 things, but they follow through with everything, man.
No, yeah, that one was super good. Unlike the other one, which is still pretty hilarious. Like, I'm gonna give it, I give it high remarks because the comedy value of it was hilarious. Girlfriend is a virgin bitch thing.
Yeah, but we'll wait till we get to that to talk about it.
Yeah.
The
only other thing next is The Beautiful World, which is what you watch.
It's very episodic, but like every single episode was extremely enjoyable to me. Just like exploring these new countries with like all different rule sets from anything that we'd see in the real world. I'd have to give it a solid 8. Like if
nice.
I kind of wish like it had more of a plot line, I'd say, rather than just being in the purely episodic nature that it is. But what we got was fantastic.
Good to update this as I'm talking about things. Let's see, and then we move on down, or we move on to My Girlfriend is a Virgin Bitch, right here. There we go. Alright, so for this is like basically 100% comedy. As me and High Kick talked about earlier, there is very little plot. Like, there is an underlying plot, kind of, the fact that they're dating. But, like, it's
like
so...
underlying plot for, like, the first 3 episodes.
Well, no, that plot stays the whole time. The underlying plot is that they're still dating, and, like, that causes, basically, this is why all these things are problematic. The other underlying plot is all these people are horribly fucked in one way or another, like, in some sort of super sexualization type thing. How old are they? Aren't they in, like, middle school or some shit?
Pretty sure they're in high school.
Are they in high school? Maybe they're in high school. I don't know.
Can't wait until that Blu-ray release comes out.
Oh my god. But anyway, it's ridiculous, like way over the top some parts. The comedy is really good, especially personally every time the gay dude shows up. Like I always died laughing anytime he enters.
Hell yes, dude.
It's just always great because the misconception from his girlfriend with the gay dude are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that was I died like I laughed a good out loud a good bunch of times today because of that.
You see, what's really amusing to me is that the main character was like completely oblivious that the gay dude was indeed gay. Which made it shit even funnier to me.
But was he indeed gay? Well, the main character was oblivious to everything. Let's be realistic here.
True.
So,
Yeah, it was definitely really fucking funny. I'd have to give it a 7 though.
I give it personally. I think I was going to give it an 8 just because of comedy, just because of the amount of it made me laugh. Because I mean, there's other comedies where I watch it and I'm just like, tee hee. I mean,
But it's like I don't know why. I just don't really like I don't like it. I don't like it when animes have like a big letdown for me is when they have like a really big episodic nature to them. Like I can still enjoy them, but it's just kind of a letdown that they don't have like a really big like plot to them.
like they don't have a real plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that too. So eventually it just gets annoying. Moving on, for me, to Dies Irae. Now, I think... oh, there we go, I updated. I was going to give it originally 8 out of 10, but then I realized that we were talking about plot. The long story short is, the game tells you, the thing tells you what's going on, why everybody's trying to kill each other and everything, but it just doesn't really make any sense, like it doesn't all come together. It stopped, like, super abruptly. Like, that I just watched the last episode again, and I realized that it didn't stop anywhere with any meaning. Like, it stopped, it ended just randomly, basically, like in the middle of something. It ended at the end of a fight, but, like, that was it. Now, like, the dude was offered to team up with somebody else the episode before, and then that dude, like, popped out of nowhere, fought some chick, and then was walking away, and, like, that's the end of the fucking, like, last episode. I'm like, first I was like, this can't be the last episode. Last episode surely has to be the dude, where the dude's, like, they're fighting, and then that dude gets, asked to, help him or whatever, to become an ally. It was like, that would make more sense. So, I don't know. I'm still gonna give it a 7 out of 10, because, again, this one is mega brutal. Ultra violent. This is really good combat, and it's also kind of like beautiful in a way. It's really well done. But other than that, like it doesn't make a damn bit of sense, and like I still have no fucking idea what's gonna happen with the story or anything realistically.
Honestly, the way you're describing it, that's probably why it has a fucking 5.4.
Yeah. Alright, moving on to UQ Holder, it looks like. I didn't type that correctly. I just typed UQ Holder Neji2, because I didn't see the whole name before. Anyway, wow, this has so low members on it. Look at that. It's fucking a little over half of what all of the shit at the top had. Fucking King's Game and, like, Dies Irae had more than UQ Holder had watched it. That's interesting.
It's kind of depressing, to be honest.
A little bit. Well, I say that, but then, like, I didn't really like UQ Holder that much. Like, the 7.11, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like it suffered from the same thing. Like, there was plot, but then, like, I feel like it moved way too quick. And then it ended on a cliffhanger of, hey, we're gonna continue to fight. Like, the timeline didn't make sense to me because it didn't flow correctly, I guess, is my feel and my standpoint.
I mean, I still enjoyed it little bit more than I did with Black Clover. So I'd have to rate it around whatever I said for that.
Boy, doesn't he remember what he said for Black Clover. I don't even remember
7
what I
or some
said for
shit.
Black Clover. Oh, I said 5 out of 10 for Black Clover. Yeah.
Did I say?
I think you said
Oh,
6. You said 6, I think.
I said 6 if it and like if it had better pacing throughout the rest of it. But for now, it's like a 4. So I'd probably give Najima fucking 5 or 6. Probably 5. It's
Yeah.
pretty average.
Yeah, no, I gave... Well, see, Black Clover's got lower marks, and UQ Holder's still better for me. It's still got a 7.
Yeah.
Let's see. You watched this a little bit, but you didn't finish it, the wine drinking thing. And then, like, I watched Konohana Kitan, I didn't finish it. It apparently got pretty high ratings. It's also got, like, a very low amount of people watched it. Then, like, Gintama. Gintama has a small amount of people watched it. This
Looks like the
thing...
lower we get down the list, the less people watch it.
Yep, Isudate Nokoi 10 centimeters, whatever.
I
Ah,
feel
yes.
I feel like Konoha Kitten is more of like a niche market.
It's a slice of life fantasy. Here it's a seinen. Look that up. Which is Tokyo Ghoul and One Punch Man? What? Why did those come up? So they're fighting?
They're more for like adults.
I thought seinen
It has
was
like
like
adult
fighting.
themes in it.
Huh. Weird. Anyway, odd. I'm not sure how that fits with the play other than the fact she's working a job. I guess there's some, like, dirty jokes in there for some things, I suppose, I don't know. Anyway, moving on to Code Realize. I really liked it. I just finished it just now. It's got super low amounts of people. Basically, all of these ones that nobody would ever hear of down here, which I really enjoyed, are kind of on this. I really hope Garo Vanishing Line gets more episodes, because, like, I think it's still ongoing, but I'm not sure. It better be ongoing, because they're not in El Dorado yet. Anyway, Code Realize. I gave Code Realize an 8 out of 10. It had a good story. It was visually good. I liked the whole super friendship idea. The other thing I liked is that it used, like, characters from fairy tales and history as well. Like, all of the characters such as Van Helsing, Lupin, fucking, they had, Great Detective, Sherlock. They had a lot of things in there that I found pretty interesting. But overall, like, I felt that it went well. It had good build-ups in episodes, had good plot, had a decent ending. I feel like, again, like many of the things this season, it maybe moved a bit too fast, if anything. Like, I feel like it could have been drawn out better, and it, like, wouldn't have jumped around so hard. I guess the thing that I've noticed this season, like, there was a lot of really good ideas, but, like, it wasn't drawn out long enough. It just all went way too fast. And my cat just got her fucking nail stuck into my computer case. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, she's attacking cables again. You really need to stop that. Anyway, other than that, it's all pretty good to me. Like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10 because I really enjoyed it. Moving on down. I guess it's pretty much mostly me talking now. To Evil or Live. Another one I really enjoyed. It's got really low reviews, but like as a Chinese anime, it really didn't fail me. The ending was kind of weird and whatever, some of it didn't make sense, but everything up to like the actual ending, the end of the ending, was pretty good. I mean, like, I don't know exactly what happened at the end.
I mean, the ending it made sense to me. It's basically they leaked all the information about the school.
No, I'm talking about the part where they're just hanging out on the roof while the fucking thing's on fire. Like, I'm not sure if they died or what. All that shit.
I doubt it. They're probably just kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying about that. That's it. Other than that, no, like, it was solid. Like, honestly, I feel like it was definitely better than the 6 review that it got from people. It didn't fail as a Chinese anime. It kept going, like, it got strong, and it just kind of stuck with it, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. I personally give it a fucking 8.
I was gonna say, I think I gave it an 8. I'm trying to look. I can't read anymore. My brain just, like, herped into the moon. Evil or Alive. That was like the third one. Yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Exactly. Like, it was a really good. So, fuck the non-believers.
It was well paced. The plot line was interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
not really what the school's like dedicated to. That part didn't really matter to me.
Well, yeah, but that was like the thing. I felt like some people like saw it and then just like fucking dropped it as soon as they realized it was a Howliners. They thought it was just gonna get mad or something. Basically, they thought like I was. Like, I was real skeptical. Like, I was waiting for it to just like hit a brick wall and stop being decent, but it really did. They kept the momentum going and they pulled it well. So congratulations, Howliners Animation, for actually making a decent anime for once. Anyway, apparently it's based off of a web manga. That's interesting.
That part really is interesting. You don't really see way too many of those.
Yep. Alright, and then we have Garo Vanishing Line, which is apparently an original out of just itself somehow. Even though I feel like it's from a manga originally. Its fucking scenes are different. Anyway, Garo Vanishing Line, it gets I think I gave it an 8. Trying to find it. I gave it a nothing. I apparently didn't even list them here. Thought I was going to. I picked out like the main character. His view on tits is so me, so like that's why I like it. But no, it has good combat. The story's progressing relatively well. People's backstories have been explained relatively well. I mean, it's actually pretty solid as an anime. Honestly, it could be a large number episode series with the way they're going. I mean, it's pretty basic at this point, though. Like, evil, spooky, weird people, or crazy people. Guess what? They're infected by horrors, which are fucking practically demons or supernatural enemies of ridiculousness. But just basically them running around and cleansing the world of horrors. Yeah. While trying to get the chick to El Dorado. Now, I'm going to El Dorado. It's good. But the whole, like, beginning of the anime, like, the first, I want to say 10 episodes, was fucking, 10, maybe like 9 or 8, was just build-up of everybody's backstory, why, they're all doing this shit, they're all doing stuff, and then they came together, and now they're a group, officially, and then now they're going and doing stuff. So, I mean,
now that the backstories and shit's over with, the pacing is actually pretty good.
Oh no, even with the backstory, the pacing was fine. I mean, there was a fight almost every episode, but everything was being explained and, like, things were kind of going along. I still don't understand what El Dorado is, where the horrors come from, or any of that stuff, but I'm assuming it's going to be fleshed out further on when they get to El Dorado, which is, I'm assuming, the land of evil or something at this point. But, yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so I've said I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 myself. I really can't believe I didn't put it down. Yeah, I really didn't. Huh. I was just watching it earlier.
That is pretty odd.
I think I thought about putting it down, and then I just kind of derped and didn't. Carrying on. I didn't see this. I didn't get to see this anime, the one with the teacher, the teacher thing. Was it? Was it not on Master Anime? Is that long?
I don't know.
Or did it finish early? Let me check real quick. 'Cause I did not see that shit. It doesn't look like it exists. Interesting. So we didn't see it. That's one I really wanted to watch, because we had talked about it. We read it on My Anime List, and we read its thing. It's about the teacher and, like, student getting married and stuff. Because we talked about it, like, at the beginning when we reviewed stuff for the season, like, what would be interesting.
I mean, I got terrible reviews anyway, so I don't know.
Let's see, but I don't know. Maybe because people are like, oh no, pedophilia or something like that. I mean, part of that's like, it's like this. This is really good, and it's got pretty terrible reviews. I mean, this is only...
But, I mean, Chinese anime has a bad reputation.
Yeah, but this is also could be a fucking bad reputation because it's ecchi, it's school romance, and it's, again, an adult getting married to a younger kid. Because remember we said this dude, like, poses as an older dude on a date and stuff like that? Like, all this other shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like it would have been interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll go back and try to find it, check it out.
Go to Kiss Anime. Might be there.
Yep. Nope. Apparently this is actually going on now, I think.
There's a bunch of animes here I don't recognize at all.
Yeah, these are some of the ones that we just covered on, like, our thing, saying these would be good animes, but then they just never appeared. But Robo Masters says it started October 13th, but I currently see it on Master Anime. There's it, Robo Masters Anime Series right here. It's only on episode 3. So
I guess some shit just doesn't pop up.
either that or it just had a fucking, like, super long hiatus thing. I don't know. But look at how many people haven't seen this. Like, look at how low these viewer counts are. Pretty low. Dynamic Chord, Infinite T-Force, Classical Void. Wow, not many people watch Classical in the second season. Weird. I think that was pretty much all we had.
Oh yeah, there was one OVA that released.
You talking about the one I liked?
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I was going to cover OVAs or not. To do with what?
The electric powers or whatever.
No. What?
Remember the girl was like controlling like an idol, and he had to like free her, and then he was commanded to kill her.
Nope, I didn't watch that. That was all you, buddy.
Oh, you
But-
told me you watched it.
I don't think so. Anyway, so, Fan Apocrypha, that's still ongoing, so I guess it doesn't count, but I have it rated at 9 out of 10 because it's Fate, and I love Fate. What else is currently ongoing? Black Clover, like I said, 5 out of 10. And then Ancient Magic Surprise, the other one, at 9 out of 10. Did we cover everything? The Little Sisters I made, Daisy Right, Ashiki, Girlfriend's Virgin Bitch, Just Because Evil Life, Gene Tyson, yeah, we covered everything. It's just kind of weird. It felt like we were missing something.
I always feel like we're missing something.
Those glamorous heroes. What? Hot-blooded anime on the topic of esports. Oh, this is the one you were just talking about. Hot-blooded anime on the topic of esports based on the real Chinese online games 300 Duazuzohan, 300 Heroes. Obviously, with this picture, it's anime titties. The game.
Hell yes, and it's based on a real game.
That's probably full of anime titties. Isn't that fantastic? But I guess we're pretty much done here. If you want to, unless you want to go over some of the other things. Let's see.
I mean, we could probably just save like the stuff that's coming out right now for next time we talk about it. Since like only I think like 3 or 4 animes have released so far.
Oh yeah, all these movies. Did
Shit.
Heaven's Feel come out? It says that it came out, but I didn't fucking see it. I wanted to see it. The Heaven's Feel movie 1, I'm guessing? Yeah.
It's multi-part. I'm guessing it's
I'm
probably
guessing.
3.
And the Godzilla and the 3D animation, which would have been cool. Lelouch, The Rebellion, Girls in Panzer finale. I think I watched that, actually. I watched one of the recent Girls in Panzer movies. Just Token Rambo. What was this? Mazinger Z movie. Infinity. Interesting. Also Gundam Thunderbolt Bandits. And Pedal. Twilight Axis. Also Gundam. I was looking for so it wasn't a movie. It was a special. I'm looking for the fucking thing that I watched. That movie that I watched. Not the one you were talking about. But the actual movie that I had watched, it was like sci-fi futuristic. Remember? When you pointed out to me, you said like gave you a Ghost in the Shell vibe. That's the only movie I watched. I have no idea what the hell you were talking about.
Watch it be the same thing.
You said something completely different. You were talking about an idol and electric powers, but that is literally nothing about what that movie was. That movie was about words and it was about a dude in the fucking Marines for the United States. So, I have no idea what you're on about. Hold on, I see Mecha. Where's Beyond? Episode 1, novel. See Mex. Dick is hard. Yeah, I don't see it, even though, like, it should be here in one of these categories.
Should we just close this up then?
Yeah, we should go ahead and just wrap this up, unless you wanted to go over winter animes, possibly. Fate Extra Last Encore! Oh, it's a game. What? It says game? Or is it based off a game? I think it. Oh no, it's the anime based off the game.
I mean, if you want to, we can take a quick look at the list.
Needed. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about things. I believe Violet Evergarden is supposed to be a good thing. Battlefield companies was also meeting. Constant telesis, Great War, but North, Battlefield, a young girl forming the weapons. What's Battlefield?
Hey, go read the Death March one.
Which one's Death March?
It's the sixth one.
This one. Oh, okay, got it. 29-year-old programmer Suzuki Ichiro finds himself transported into a fantasy RPG. Within the game, he's a 15-year-old named Sato. At first, he thinks he's dreaming, but his experience is very real. Due to a powerful ability he possesses with limited use, he ends up wiping out an army of lizard men and becomes a high-level adventurer. Sato decides to hide his level and plans to live peacefully and meet new people. However, developments in the game story, such as Return of the Demon King, may cause a nuisance to Sato's plans. Sato Kazuma here. Here's Grand Crest. Alright, so we're gonna just go from the top down. This is a weird drama fantasy. I feel like it's like a slice of lifey thing. So maybe I'll watch it. Second season of fucking Overlord. Of course I'm watching it. Already watching it. Second season of Seven Deadly Sins. Definitely watching it. Citrus. Questionable.
I'll probably check out Citrus. I'll let you know how it turns out.
Nah, I probably won't even touch it in 10 foot full. Like, I started watching the first episode, and I'm like, and no. It's super slice of lifey. It's also like 100% lesbian action. It's not my thing. Fate Extra Last Encore. I want to see my red saber baby fucking Emperor of Roses Nero Claudius, because well, that was one of my favorite sabers because of the game, playing Fate Extella. Speaking of which, they're actually releasing another Fate Extella, or a DLC or something, for more waifus.
You know, it's kinda... Doesn't it make you sad that it's called Last Encore, though?
Why? No?
Because for all you know, man, that could be the ending of everything.
Nope.
Other than the,
Nope. I have Fate Go. Fate Grand Order is forever, baby. They keep pulling, basically it's for Grand Order, they pull characters from all of the other Fate things. Like, so everything on the Fate, the Type Moon Wiki, so from all of their, like, I guess, universes, or mini-verses, or multiverses, or whatever the ever-loving fuck they call it at this point. But, like, so Nero Claudius is in that. So is Tanamo no Mei, which is all those are Fate Extra characters from Fate Extra, like, way back on fucking PS2. And, like, I looked at the game, and it's just, like, so weird looking. It's basically, it runs kind of like, Planet, Neptunia, or whatever the fuck. Hyperdimensional Neptunia. But,
okay.
But not at the same time. So, like, I kind of want to go back and play it, but it's just, like, I was looking at the graphics, it looks so awful, but I wanted to play it for the story. But I was like, nah, I'm good.
I mean, you might be able to find mods to fix it up a little bit for you.
I have no idea. Anyway, Fate Extra, yes. Death March, sounds good already, yes. Grand Crest, since I've watched it already, also yes.
I just kind of hope that the, Death March isn't just, like, a cash grab.
It's gonna be another world cash grab, let's be real.
Yeah, but, like, some of them are actually pretty well done, is my thing.
I suppose. This is the one I was talking about. Darling in the Fran XX is the one with the mecha and shit that I was talking about. It's supposed to be out. I'm waiting. It says the 13th, so next week, supposedly. And this is the one I was talking about. Was it Koku or whatever the fuck? I'm not even 100% on how to say it still. But that's turning out to be interesting so far.
Need father and need brother?
I'm not sure if the father's in need. I mean, I guess he just stays at home and lives at home, I'm guessing, and doesn't have a job. But I always thought a proper NEET has to be a super fucking nerd that just plays video games. But I guess it's just NEET is a proper term for non-productive members of society that sit in their house and do nothing.
Meatless. Wait, this description actually kind of catches my interest a little bit.
Anyway, it's pretty good. I might watch Cardcaptor and see if it's any good. I'm gonna like semi-stay away from it because I remember it as a kid and like a kid show, so like kind of off the butt. But again, Darling and Fran, the Blacks, that's gonna be a watch.
I mean, it might be like Digimon, where it kind of aged with the viewers a little bit.
I'm not sure. Well, like I just got a ticket or a thing in my loot anime box. That's there's a Fathom Events thing where they're gonna do a showing of Digimon Try whatever. Now this looks interesting just by this picture. With an introduction of an ultra-advanced AI surpassed human intelligence, beings that mankind is fully yet to comprehend, made from materials far too advanced for humans' knowledge, begin coming into being. Lacia and HIE, equipped with a black coffin-shaped device, is one of these. And Boy Meets Girl fashion, 17-year-old Arato Endo is a fateful encounter with the artificial Lacia. For what purpose were these artificial beings created? Amid questions regarding the coexistence of these artificial beings and humans, a 17-year-old boy makes a decision. So, it looks like robot waifus that probably are heavily armed. I'm down. Immediately down.
Good or bad?
Don't care. Immediately down. all I needed was robot waifus, and that was it.
I mean, it's not a robot waifu, it's an AI.
This is a robot waifu. This right here, it's a robot waifu, dude. I don't know what you're on about. It's an AI, but made out of, was it materials too advanced for human technology? Yeah, like that. That's a robot. It's a robot waifu. Technically an android.
As a preview.
Does it have a preview?
Yeah,
I'll watch it after. Hero Camp doesn't interest me. I don't know what the fuck this is. This doesn't really interest me. This weird collection of animated horror stories based on works of Japanese artist Junji Ito doesn't interest me either. What is this? I feel like this is familiar. Psyche Kuso no...
Dude, I thought the same
whatever
exact
name.
thing as soon as I saw it.
Oh, because it is! It's the second season of the Alien Dude anime. That's the alien dude with glasses and the antennas. Except I've never actually watched the original anime, so it's still not familiar to me.
It's just really old and pops up every once in a while.
Yep. This is the one I was talking about with the women, the shrine maidens, the sword thing. It looks pretty interesting. I like swords. I like women in dresses, and yep, that's the end of that story there. Hakata Tonkatsu Ramens. Consist underworld proceeded to the surface, various individuals, special talents, professional killers, detectives, informants, and professional events. Furthermore, according to your village, individual known as Killer of Professional Killers has shown up in the city. What is this?
Kind of interesting.
Is that like a... I feel like I'm getting like a Dororo vibe from that, honestly.
Why?
Because it looks and just kind of sounds similar to Dororo. I mean,
I guess.
Dororo wasn't a killer, but they all had like basically special abilities and ran around and did shit and all sorts of stuff. That's why.
Let me look at the studio.
I've never even heard of that. Is it Satellite?
They make Fairy Tail.
Interesting.
And Hellsing Ultimate. And
Interesting.
Horizon.
Ooh, okay. So it might be good just based on animation principles. Babysitters, this fucking Mahjong thing, nope. Killing Bites. This looks interesting. I already see a Beast Girl. I see a Bunny Girl. I see another Beast Girl. I see a Beast Dude. People have been created that are animal-human hybrids. Careful business bet on outcome of the duels. Oh no.
Yeah, I watched like a preview came up for it when I popped up my anime list at one point. I was like, what the fuck is this?
For this anime, the Killing Bites thing?
Yeah, I played the preview. I was like, okay, so there's action, and the main chick's a honey badger. Honey badgers don't give a fuck. This might be interesting.
Interesting. that might be a watch. Slow start. Slice of life comedy school. Meh. Ramen. This is the. What is this?
Hey, watch slow start, have a very slow start, and then get hella interesting.
You know what you should do? You should really just stop talking.
Fuck you. We are
Watch
paying
slow start.
attention, chat.
Watch slow start. Have a slow start. High kick is incredibly high. Do you know do it? This is shit. Yeah. High kick is always quiet.
I mean, I could talk louder, but people, I don't want it to annoy people in my house too much. I'd probably be a lot louder if I was in my room.
Yeah, just turn up everything. Yeah, I was blow my ears out in Discord. Kingdom of Guardian, which is 17th Kingdom of Guardian, not bad. Basilisk, the story set 10 years after Basilisk, getting it go true, whatever. So it's Basilisk after the first Basilisk from forever, I believe. Yalamushi Pedal.
They're complaining about you being quiet now.
Both of them are low in voice. Turn your mic input up. Turn down for what? Ball! Myth. They have everything on 100. I can barely understand. Really? We're that low? I don't think we're that low. Anyway, we're almost done here anyway, so it's all late. This looks like some girls fighting thing. Tamaya's in it. Tazai. A group of angels sent from heaven to look for a potential savior. To counteract the demonic influence being spread by Lucifer and the other emissaries of hell. AKA, it says Ecchi Fantasy. It's another fucking, like, high school DxD, or, well, I guess Heaven's Lost Property kind of deal, I'm assuming.
Hell yes, watching that shit.
So maybe.
Hopefully it ends up like High School DxD, where it's actually pretty interesting.
There's so many shit that's supposed to air. But none of this shit seems interesting to me. This is like a weird little magic girl thing. It's in German.
There's a lot of stuff here that it's kind of like a gamble. It's like I'm probably going to end up on. This is one of those seasons where I have to physically go out and try to find interesting things. One of the last season where they were just given to me.
Here's all this anime, and plot twist, most of it's actually good.
And then this season, they all look kind of meh.
Well, I mean, like, the ones at the top that haven't appeared yet look fucking good, but these ones are just kind of like, meh. Yeah, well, we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of the barrel in this shit, so, yeah, this is where these all belong.
Can't have two good seasons in a row.
Oh, of course not. And that's just all continue.
And of course, Harpy's robotic. His internet's shit. I'm
Domo
probably coming across as robotic.
Domo Arigato Super Roboto. Anyway, this concludes the rest of our anime show. And Corrupt over there in Mixerland, hello to you, sir. You got in right as we were ending. Go check out the VOD after we're done if you like anime and weird stuff. But everyone else, everybody, have a good night. This is, us at Anime Talk Show, signing off.
Bye.
We'll catch you guys next week with a new guest, I'm hoping, question mark, I don't have a guest, I can find a guest. Also catch me and Kenneth on Thursday with our news talk show stream.